Hello and welcome back to the FE Saturday Showcase, where we look at devs, games, publishers, and always a few other things. And today we're looking at mods. One of them is off in the distance. So, CurseForge held a 2025 mod jam focusing on the concept of the future and technology. And I wanted to look at some mods from it. But no, we didn't do it in any normal way. So, one of the things I did was I told Ravis and I told Pickle, pick a few mods and then I'll spin a wheel and we will get the mods that I'll show off. So here we are. I have 5 mods from 5 different developers from this jam. They all look interesting, some of them more than others. Some of them are probably going to just destroy me completely. So let's just get right into it. Our first mod is Welcome Player by Mr. Frosty Dev, described as a mod about playing within an unstable host's game show, a host with an insatiable audience that forces you to do small or big tasks to keep them interested. Events will happen every so often, so try to complete the tasks. And what's in it for you? Resources, loot, and some special objects. And it said, find the starting building. Said near spawn. I think it's this one. I don't know. Otherwise I have to go find it again. Hello. Battery balance. Okay. Kind of neat. I like the way it looks. Or is this just a store? This might be just a store, and I might have to go find it. You know, this spawn wasn't super helpful. Because I spawned over on the mountain up there to the right. And I don't know if anything spawned in properly. Because the thing I thought was the starting point was actually a oh, it's right here? Maybe? This is something. Tesla coil. Okay. Hey, oh, right here. Found it. Never mind. This is the structure we need. You can see how many structures there are. Do not forget, these are material transit units. Okay. No, this isn't the building we need. I am confused. Whoa, 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 whoa. Welcome, players. This is kind of neat. I like this. We expected you to show up. Look at you all. Okay. You are the prime contestant, or contestants, for our little game we like to call, or like to play. Kind of like him. He's kind of, I don't know, well animated. Come on, smile, wave. You're live. Uh-oh. I'd imagine you are all quite lost. Yeah, I am. Do not worry. Let's give everyone a quick reminder, folks. I will give you tasks to complete in your little overworld. All you need to do is complete them within an hour. Easy, right? Meaning, I don't think it's going to be that easy. Some of them are pretty simple, while others require some elbow grease. If you complete it within the hour, congratulations! You'll gain the audience's interest, and even a reward. Oh, geez. While you were trying to complete a task, we will inject some minor events to make it more interesting. Keep us entertained, and we'll shower you with free gifts. Fail to make us infested, and we'll dispose of you quickly. Simple, right? Kinda neat. Well, with no further ado or further questions, let's get started, folks. Okay, so I guess we're gonna get started. I'm in creative, but it'll just depend on the mod. We'll start you with your first task. Good luck. Oh, he's right there. Kill 18 animals. Ladies and gentlemen, aren't you curious about this world's wildlife? Want to see what's inside that tall, fluffy animal over there? What do you mean, tall, fluffy animal over there? I don't. Contestants, do us a favor and kill your fuzzy creatures for us. Weakness rain. Okay. Let the serene rain wash away your pain. The relaxing noise of water hitting the ground. The feeling of sad, drug-induced sorrow landing on your skin. Interesting mod thus far. So the premise is simple. You have an hour to complete the task. Now we're gonna just to cheat here, or just to show what this does or how this mod works. We're gonna spawn some pigs. What are you? Who are you? Hello. Small batteries. Okay. So we have little robots that are here that will not attack us, or probably won't attack. But interesting. We're just gonna spawn a bunch of animals. This counts. And because, mind you, this is more so to show off the mod, right? It's cruel and unusual, but sometimes I'd prefer just be... It's like, what else am I supposed to do? Actually, I could play it in survival, but I have a thing prepared for that in a little bit. So this will just be kill 18 animals, and it's probably your own animals. So if you have a base with a farm, this is an easy task for you. Right, so then this would be the last one, I would assume. You did it. You almost made it through all the tasks. Ha 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 ha, not really. And they give me this stun baton, it seems. Oh. Okay. I've got a message from the Ministry of Energy. They have told me their coal supply are low. I can think our contestants are quite experienced in coal mining, wouldn't you say? What are you? Handybot. Give us some coal, we need it more than you do. Oh no. Looks like some handybots have gone rogue. Oh, so they probably attack. Not really, but play along. Will ya? Here comes the patrol now. Look out. Okay. So one of the cool things is, one, you can actually spawn this in, which is amazing. I don't know why you'd want to, but apparently you can. And what is this? Just because it'd be interesting to know. So it's a show activator. So in theory, you could just build your own custom world and have this pop in. That'd be interesting. But you got handybots, you got service bots, which service bots seem to do nothing. Handybots, I believe, probably attack you. There's all these different weapons items. There's eradicators, which is, I'm assuming, a final boss sort. Ticking potato bomb, small batteries they can trade in, a laser cutter. You know? Which is, as I said, for a Modjam mod, very thorough. I kind of like it. There's our eradicator. You know, I thought that I would be doing this whole showcase differently, but I think just going through the mod like this, kind of seeing what makes it tick, kind of is more interesting. There's beacons, vendor tops, or vendors, material transit units, and everything. I don't know what a beacon does, because it says it has no purpose. So I'm wondering if you have to go activate them. I don't know what this does. I think if it, okay, it phases you through stuff. That's cool. See, the problem with me is that I haven't done like an actual Minecraft showcase in probably a very long time. Like, or at least a tried one. So yeah, but this is really cool because what it does is it just gives you tasks to do, things to accomplish. There's a beacon right here. So there's a lot of buildings it spawns, and that's the only downside, I would say. Because due to the number of buildings it spawns, mind you, that's kind of cool. This kind of little location is cool. But I'm betting it spawned its own dirt. But yeah, it's just a cool little thing that gives you extra stuff to do. Like, these computers don't really do anything. But you can see, like, things to do, stuff to grab. It's just a cool little experience that you can just hop into and see, hey, I want to play Minecraft, but I want to just give me some objectives to complete. And this would probably be the mod for you. As I said, it's neat. A little wordy at times, but really neat. Our next mod is one that I have to turn on music for. This is Anabasis Exo Ascension by Jelly Carbonara. It is centered around the idea of technological hubris, as described on its mod page on CurseForge, where it focuses on the idea of drive for progress, becoming the undoing of humanity and the player. So, how many people, honestly, how many of you use redstone? So what this does is this creates a apocalyptic invasion of Onslaught that based on how much redstone you choose to use. Now, you know, we have to trigger it, you know. I think this is working. How many times do I have to do this? It said every time a redstone component updates, adds a small amount of pollution. Oh, sorry. Oh, we have a different solution. So I'm trying my best here because the problem that I have is I'm going through this and learning. One, where all the stuff in the inventory is. But we need to trigger the apocalypse. So the idea is pistons will give you, every time a block updates, it releases redstone flux, or we could say RF, but in this case it's just redstone flux into the atmosphere. So the idea is to make compact systems rather than big systems that are huge. So pistons cause more. Automated door systems cause more. But one that supposedly just activates the apocalypse immediately is the moment you do this. Bring home the beacon. Yep. This is the apocalypse. And this creates a 7-round fight. So it's the first thing is avoid your stuff, but other than that, this is the boss that you're not going to win against. Using procedural generation for the enemies. It already is awesome. But yeah, this is Anabasis Exo Ascension. See, like, you have enemies like this, which look pretty neat. I bet I have to fight them. No. Can I do 150? Haha, I don't have a mod or mod or plugin. Yeah, we have to trigger the next stage, you know? You can see what's gonna happen is that they're all gonna start attacking you, you know? Let's say they all start attacking you, and then you're left here dealing with stage 1. Which is gonna get harder. Because each stage is gonna get harder and harder. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to see if there's any other. I know that my world isn't loading properly, as you can see. My chunks are a bit funky. But I want to see at least, or I want to show at least phase 2. You know, the rest you can find on your own. Oh. Hey, buddy. That's cool. That is trippy. But yeah, you can see the procedural generation of their movements and how they curl. And you could say I should be, once again, in survival mode. But I'm not winning this. Even the mod developer says that it's not balanced. So be prepared for a fight. But as with any of these, they're made for a jam, and they more likely remain in development for a little while. If the dev comes back, if devs come back to them. This would be activating stage 3, which we can at least yeah, stage 3. But I love the music. The music is really fun. There's a lot more to this than just, oh, pollution ends the world. No, it's trying to show you, like, you have an option here. But if I go into game mode S, I am so scared if I go into game mode. I'll see, like, there's this guy now. Like, look at this guy. Like, you are not fighting some of these creatures. They're just spawning in massive amounts. This would be something that you disable until the last second in like an modded SMP, and then you just spot. You just do this. I'm scared. See, like right there, they all just start. I know I don't have armor on, but think about that coming right at you. And you don't have a chance because you need to fight. You have to beat it. But I really like it. Yeah. Just look at it. It's cool. This is really cool. You know, this wasn't... I said before that all of 3 of us created lists, and I spun a wheel. This is not one that was on my list. Maybe I didn't see it, but... No, I think I did see it. It's just I didn't put it on the list. I think Ravis and Pickle both put this on their lists. But I don't know. I don't remember. But yeah. This would be something that, yeah, this would be trippy. Trippy way to end a world right then and there. But yeah. Guess let's move on to the next one. And reset the world, because the world is kind of ending, you know. Of all the mods today, this was one that I was actually looking really forward to. This is HB Satellites by Holy Buckets. It's a Minecraft mod that allows you to view distant lands using the use of a satellite block and display controller for just some really cool stuff. And we're gonna, I think looking at this is gonna just be cool. So you build this. I'm trying to figure out how to build it. Thought I'm confused. Gotta have to figure out how to do this. Oh, okay. So we put a controller, I think, here. Turn this white. And this how? Do I have to change the... Oh, I turn it on. So this is really cool. So what I'm thinking is maybe it's not supposed to be just around it. Think about maybe this. So put a controller here. This one's cool just because I have to figure it out. The way this works is it's all about visualization. There's another mod that I wanted to show off, but I don't know if it was for the Modjam or not. This could be it. Put display here. And turn it on. Because the way this works is, as you can see, we now have a satellite of the terrain. You can look down into different caves, but it takes a full view of everything. And what you can do... I believe is this. I don't know what I'm doing. But it's something along the lines of you can just see. These are the chords of the machine, I would assume. Yeah, kind of. But what it does is, that's it. It just shows you. Just the terrain around you. It's a really cool mod. I would probably have to learn so much more about it. But you can see targeted locations. It's of all the mods that I'm showing today, it's probably one of the more complex ones. And I mean complex, not in the way that you're looking at just like how stuff was generated or how stuff works, but just it's just generally complex, you know. Like, it also, I believe it uses chisel and bits. So you're kind of, it uses those to generate the whole world. Can I force this on it? But we'd have to probably put down the controller again. But I think it's just a cool little thing, because like, as I said, you just gotta, I would just have to learn how to use it. It's very, once again, complex, but it's neat, you know? It's just neat, generally neat to show off the world. I don't know what that just did. I'm wondering if this is chunk by... Yeah, okay. That makes more sense. It looks like it's a chunk by chunk visualization. If I do something like that. I don't know what that is. But you can see, like, if I press up or down, it'll move the chunk, it looks like. So you can honestly put this in your base. And the only downside is it's not like... I don't know. It's confusing. To say the least. To say more would... Yeah, it's just confusing. Because you can see underwater, which is cool. But yeah, it's something that you'd have to learn how to use, and I could learn, like just get better at it. But yeah, I just wanted to show it because this is kind of neat, and I know there are a few others out there like this, and I feel like people look at mods in general, and they'll think, oh, I'm expecting mods or world gen or some tech. But like this kind of mod, a lot of people I don't think will see or want, because it's cool. It's just a bit more confusing than what other mods might be or what there are. Now, because I don't have any mods installed to see the recipes, I don't know what they are. But yeah, I don't know. It just looks nice. And it says there are pings. Let's spawn a pig. I don't see any. Yeah. It says there are pings. Maybe it's more in the satellite. No. But you could probably see structures and stuff. Why'd this just turn off? I'm confused. But yeah, I just thought this was a cool mod that I want to show off. Of all these mods, taking a quick little break in the middle, show off this one shouldn't be a big deal. So, on to the next one. Our next mod is a strange one, with its name making sense then. This is Strange Matter by Hexvane. It's under development. It was shown off here, and it introduces reality bending anomalies into the Minecraft world. Yeah. So the idea is each one of these spawns naturally, and they have different effects. So you can harness it, unlock technology, and yeah. I pressed F5 there a little too many times. Can't do anything, but there's this. Anomalous grass. Something's off. So we're going to grab this. This is called the field scanner. This is a tool. Scan the temporal bloom. And we get 10 points. I don't know what those are. Well, then we have this research tablet. And the reason I'm doing this is because I have pictures. But the idea is you then can go through this and look at different research into different types of anomalies. You can look at shards. It's a tech mod, so you see all this. And you can see all this information. But yeah, to make a shard, you need to go grab one of these, which I believe you can just, I don't know how you get a shard. But I'm assuming it's through the ore, because there is a chrono shard ore. But as you can see, down there something's off. I don't see any other things off nearby. But as we look through this, you can see that you have the tablet, you get all these different weapons, tools. Don't know what this does. But you have cores, you have all this tech, energy cells you can grab, circuits, research notes. Some really cool stuff that looks pretty neat. There's this, which looks like something out of a mechanism. Right click, charge tunnel mining, 3x3 mining. Yeah, does it work more on? I'm wondering if it works more on stone. Let's see. Weird. Well, as you can see, tunnel mining, and you just get tunnels. Plain and simple. You can stabilize rifts, which we don't know. I don't know what this is, so we're gonna try to. So it's not a rift. This is just a shard. Cool. But yeah, you can pull out your research tablet with your points. Craft your field scanner, which, once again, you just need a shard, one redstone, and a bunch of iron. And then you can go start dealing with anomaly resonators. Point you towards anomalies for synchronization. You have resonite, which is a type of ore, which you can do coils and stuff with, it looks like. As I said, I'm learning these almost like just as you are. Because, well, this is more of a showcase. It's more just to show off a Modjam. Because something that a lot of people... I know it's in this section, but whatever. Something a lot of people don't realize is that Modjams are really a good way for you to show off your stuff. Whether your knowledge, your skills, or even just your creativity. Because there's a lot of things you can create in a Modjam as long as it fits the theme. Or even if it's not even connected to the theme. I saw many mods that popped up in this jam that aren't going to win. They were never going to win. But they were to show off these cool concepts. And while they're not exactly technology or the future, they're pretty cool nevertheless. It's just really cool. And I feel like one thing that a lot of people mistake with Modjams is they think, oh, a Modjam, it has to be a certain way. No. It's like a game jam. Allow people to come forward with their creativity, which is what this next one is. I've been holding off on this one because I didn't know if I want... I personally wasn't sure if I wanted to do it. Kind of have to, though, because 2 out of 3 people put it on the wheel, and it got hit. So, on to the next mod. The next and final mod of this showcase, this episode of the FE Saturday Showcase, is Clanging Howl by Mongoose Otter. It's just Mongoose Artist. This one's weird, and I should probably just say it. Let me prove it. So, Flesh Maiden. You'll see in a sec. So this mod is about, or it's focused on extraterrestrial activity, advanced technology, and terrifying techno-flesh creatures. That's the store page, or the page. It's a futuristic sci-fi mod with horror elements, and it aims to expand different things, but it's in early development. Now, you might be confused on what that means. Now, firstly, why do I have a flamethrower, you might ask? Because we need to use a flamethrower. This mod is essentially the thing, or a form of the thing. So we got these creatures, kind of cute. These are Hearts of Decay. They are strange, unusual, and they burn. And they'll drop you chunk of technoflesh and extraterrestrial steel, which can be used to craft tools. As you can see, they deal with radiation on the opponent, increase damage, as well as you can see that it'll spawn technoflesh. We have steel doors and all this cool stuff. But this is your core enemy. This is the Reaper. Hey, buddy. This is creepy. And as I said, fire is your best friend. Imagine having a tech mod pack and running into one of these at night. Not going to be fun. And then we have the Flesh Maiden, which, as you can see, kind of looks like it opens up to swallow you inside. Love the flamethrower. But all these guys drop technoflesh, which is, I don't know what technoflesh is used for. You can assume it's used to craft some of this equipment. But yeah, that's pretty much this mod. The way it works is it messes with the ice biomes. So I don't think this biome would be affected. Just because of what it is or how it is. Because I don't see anything. I would assume maybe it's down in the caves. But I do not see any entryway to. I have seen a lot of ice like this, like big ice structures, but I think that might just be me because I haven't played Minecraft in a while. But the whole premise is that you'll get these strange creatures that just appear in your world in the ice areas. In their own, probably, biomes too. Their little domains. And, yeah, you gotta kill them. But you also can get access to new technology. The flesh might spread. I don't know what it does to enemies yet, or mobs. For all I know, this actually will attack a mob and convert them to something. It does. Hi, buddy. And they convert. Okay, that makes sense. So it is the thing. Awesome. And then he goes after, probably to seek out his friends. Okay, let's figure this out. If I put this guy right here. Okay. It infects the Iron Golem. We're gonna get a bunch of these guys. Kill him? Okay, so he takes over, As we can see, we're gonna just get rid of the Iron Golem right now. It's gonna take a sec. We want to see one of these guys infect another one and see if they go after their friends. Let's do that. So, I'm just curious because this is interesting. So we get this guy. Hard Decay. Goes after this guy. Gives him time to infect. Yeah, he's infected. You can see custom effects. I go interact with him. He sees a player. Now, they don't go after their friends, which is, I think, would be an interesting concept of them actually going after other villagers and infecting them. But this mod is early development, so we might be able to expect that later. But that would be how the thing works, or how the monster works in the thing. It just infects and spreads. So, yeah. That is Clanging Howl. I find it. This is a cool little mod. It's unique. And it's a very interesting creature. Or set of creatures. Maybe, yeah, this with Neep Meat and have some fun with that. Who knows? But yeah, once again, thank you for watching. Or now I'll say it, actually. Thank you for watching. These 5 mods are linked in the description in one way, shape, or form. And yeah, I've been looking forward to seeing if any of these go further in development and see what happens. Because it looks like it'll be a bit of fun depending on which mods get updated or get updated and come out on newer versions or just have new stuff. So yeah, once again, join a mod jam. Join a game jam. Test your creativity, test your skills, or learn. They're perfect opportunities to go learn about stuff. And there's always something happening. So, thank you for watching, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye-bye.